Hello, everybody. I am Casper Plays, and this is my channel. I am very happy to have you all here. This is just a normal hardcore Minecraft world. Pocket Edition, I will warn you all. So, there may be some bugs with recording and such, so please do be lenient. This is all new to me. That being said, the style and pacing of the videos may change as I get better and practice at editing and uploading. This world is called Halfheart. It is in reference to the hardcore nature of it. I intend for this world to be a long-term world, a series I continue for a while. That being said, if I do die or end up getting a PC or something similar, I will be ending this world to start a new one on there. That being said, let's explore for a home base. A Mushroom Island is the perfect place to start a hardcore series, as due to the mechanics of the game, mobs cannot spawn in a Mushroom Island biome without coming from a spawner. So, for someone who is less adequate at hardcore, it is the perfect biome for me to start this series in. So, let's find a spot. I think right around here should be good. Let's place down our spruce saplings and declutter our inventory a little bit. I think right down over here in this little cove would be a perfect spot for our boat and a future sugarcane farm. Now that it is night and we don't have a bed, we might as well try to do some caving. Let's see if I have any torches. I don't think I do, but might as well check. I do not. That is unfortunate. But we can still go down into the cave. Unfortunately, it does not look like this cave goes anywhere. That is very unfortunate. I was hoping it did. Since we don't have much else to do, we might as well place down our crafting table and get ourselves some food. The easiest way to get some food in a mushroom island is by crafting some bowls and getting some from the mushrooms. Arguably one of the best food sources and mobs in general in the game. Now, let's go back to base and wait out the night. We don't have much else to do anyways. While it was night, I found some sugarcane on the island, so I started a little strip of sugarcane. Now, let's go off and explore some. I've been boating about for 2 minutes, just straight out from the island, and I have found one guardian temple so far. I was not expecting one so close. And apparently here's another one, just another 2 minutes out about, I think. And we have mining fatigue. How unfortunate. Straight out from the island, we have found our landmass. This is very good for us, chat, as we can get some food and some other trees that we don't have yet. This will be very useful for building for me. I love building with oak and spruce and birch. It's one of my main color palettes for builds. Spruce for the pillars, oak for the floors, and birch for the walls. For now, we will just worry about bringing a chicken to the island. Perhaps we will get another one later, but for now we only need one, as because they lay eggs, they can just multiply by themselves. Very useful for us. As I don't have a lead currently, so I cannot bring any others back to the island. Eventually we will get other animals, perhaps sheep and pigs, But we don't need to worry about cows, as we have mushrooms on the island that we can breed up and kill for leather and such. Now that we've got a chicken in a boat almost, there we go, I will be getting more wood. I will see you all back at the base. Now that we are back at base and finally have a bed, we can sleep in a bed at our base. Well, the island that is going to become our base of operations for this world. The first sleep in a Minecraft world. Now that we have a bunch of saplings, let's plant them all. Now that they've all been planted, we should craft up a furnace to get some charcoal so that we can go try exploring that cave a bit better. I don't think it went far, but it'll be good to light it up so we know. First, we should light up the tree farm so that when we're underground, they'll still grow if it turns night. Now that I think about it, we will need wheat and seeds for other projects, so we might as well start a little farm right down here by the sugarcane in the boat. You can't hoe podzol, so have to dig it up and make it dirt. Now, let's get this charcoal so we can make torches to go into the caves. I do believe I saw some other caves around here, so let's go find them and try to see if they lead anywhere. Another water cave is unfortunate, but at least this one has coal we can grab. Coal is always useful and always something I will grab if I don't have a lot of it. Since we couldn't find any good caves, let's find a spot to dig a mine shaft. since our pickaxe broke and I was a little dumb by not bringing a second or a third, we will be heading back up and getting ourselves another before heading back down, because I want to find some good stuff. Maybe another episode we can find diamonds. Speaking of other episodes, I feel as if my content or my episodes will be on the longer side, maybe 40 minutes to an hour long. But they won't have as much done, as I like to take a slower pace for things. Especially hardcore, as I am a little bit of a scaredy cat when it comes to dying. I work so hard on a world, I don't want to lose it, so we'll be taking things slow and steady. I really should have grabbed a shovel. Gravel is so very annoying without one. It's always annoying, but much more annoying without a shovel. Now that we've hit deep slate, we will be creating a room. It'll eventually be decorated and everything. But for now, we don't have to worry about that. We'll just be digging it out. It'll eventually have 3x3 tunnels going from the left and the right of the original mine staircase, or strip mine, but for now it'll just be a room, as we don't need to worry about strip mining for the moment. I ended up digging a bit more, and this is when I realized that I lost some of the footage, sadly. I need some sand for a project, particularly my house. It will have a greenhouse on it, attached to it, which you can access from the inside. We also need to get some more spruce, as the trees that we grew at our base did not drop any saplings, sadly. But we should also get another chicken for our little chicken friend at base. We can start breeding them, and if we ever find pumpkins, the pumpkin pie will be a good source of food. Now that we have everything we need, we'll be getting this little guy in our boat and heading back home. See you there. While heading back, we saw a wandering trader, so let's see what he has for us. It's not like we can possibly buy anything at the moment, but we can still see. It is very unfortunate that it has wildflowers and cherry blossom trees. I was wanting some of those, but we shall have to just find them ourselves. Now, let's go to sleep and get rid of this rain in the night. It's very annoying. We should go plant this seed we have. Better get it growing now than later. Mining fatigue is very unfortunate. So let's go get us a bucket of milk. We need the bucket anyway for future projects, so might as well knock that out right now. and make it more useful by turning it into a bucket for ourselves. Bucket of milk for ourselves for the moment. It'll get rid of this very annoying fatigue. Since we are down here already, we might as well extend it slightly and harvest our sugarcane. We'll be needing that for an enchanting table and bookshelves eventually. Bookshelves are a very useful decoration tool, so I use them quite often. Very annoying to make, but worth it in the end. Let's get our little snowy chicken to the little hole that our other chicken's in currently. It'll be easier to get eggs from them both if we can just breed them and collect eggs from one spot instead of two. Let's make all this cobble into keepsake tiles. It'll make a good trim for the stone bricks. And let's terraform this a little bit. Just block it off. We have a light down there, and it's a mission island, so nothing can spawn anyways. Very useful. let's plant some spruce saplings over here. They get their own little area to grow, and we'll eventually get all the spruce wood we could need, which, for my plans for this world, will be quite a lot. Well, I don't plan on doing anything mega. No mega builds, no absolute mega giant terraforming like Whip or giant builds like Hermitcraft. I do have some smaller builds planned out. Some small builds that span the world. And hopefully you all will be there to watch. Now, let's make an axe so that we can get on with this build. I want it to be a greenhouse right over here, so we will go 3 out from the wall. Right here is where the overhang will be, so we will go 2, and then that's a 3rd. But instead we will break both of those and move them 1 further out, as I want a 3 gap. We can just shorten the greenhouse by 1. That'll be fine. There wasn't much room anyways. It is mostly just for show. Perhaps it'll house a couple of bees later in the future, but for now it is just decorative. Now, let's put a support beam in the middle. That'll be carried up all the way to the top. These will be stripped to blend in better with the shelves, trapdoors, and stairs I will be using. This little porch spot will also be stripped. Using polished diorite slabs and polished deep slate slabs, we will have a classic checkered pattern for flooring. But seeing as we are currently out of deep slate, because of using it for the outline for the decorations of the stone bit, we have to get more. Let's get the rest of our floor just so that we can move about a little bit easier. This is my classic method for floors. Mostly slabs with a line of the stripped log going down the middle. Depending on the size, I'll do multiple log strips, but most of the time I don't go too large. For now, we will fill in the floor to the greenhouse. I much prefer to fill it in with cobblestone and mostly cobblestone, but as we currently do not have moss or vines, we will just fill it in with dirt for easy access. Unfortunately, I went mining and lost the footage, but we found a trial chamber right under our mine shaft. We would have dug into it. And a bit further down here, I found 2 veins of diamonds. I've already dug up 2 for a enchanting table, which we will eventually get. But it was while I was digging to find this, which is a skelly spawner. We will eventually be making that into a fully functional spawner with a water column and everything, but we cannot do that until I get access to the nether. And I am a little bit scared of doing that, so we will just be working on our house for now. I will probably make it into a semi-functioning. Now that we have some vines from the spruce trees, we will be adding some mossy stone bricks into our base of the build. Much better already. And let's get some cooking up for some craft to add some diversity, because that's always good to add. I've been playing around with the idea of the base of the build just being solid stone bricks, along with some other variations, of course. It's not typically my style, so I don't think I'm gonna go with it. But tell me what you all think about the vague idea I presented here. But this about marks the end of the video today. If you all enjoyed, be sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you all next time.